Learning something here in the pit area today. That's one of our goals this year, is to teach you a little bit more about these race cars. This is Kyle Coffey. He is getting ready to go out for hot laps right now. He's got a piece in the car right ahead of the engine that is called a heat shield. It just pulls in and out. Kyle, what does this heat shield do?
Well, it's basically just to help block the airflow going through the radiator to keep heat into the motor. So, we always like to have them at an optimal running temperature. And, that just helps get it up there so, we're not going out on the track with a cold motor.
Okay. So once we start the car and that heat shield is in, how long does it take to heat up, and what are the number we're looking for?
Usually between, I'd say, 5, 6, 7 minutes. It's not very long. We usually like to get our motor up around 160 to 170 before we get out on the track, and then if it cools down, you can throw it back in. But usually you kind of do it once before you go out on the night. Like last week, we had it in before the feature, and then we had that delay, so we kind of thought about throwing it back in just to get temperature back up, but we figured it was all right having already been warmed.
So what does it save you, 2-3 minutes at the most?
Yeah, around there.
Okay,
Yep.
but every minute matters, let's be honest.
Yeah, you always got, it's kind of a time crunch thing when it's go time here.
Well, I guess I'm surprised that on an 85-degree day that we need that, because I see that most of the time on 40 and 50-degree nights.
Yeah, it always helps to have it in. You always want to have heat in your motor, even if it's, a 90-degree day. It definitely, probably sometimes you don't need it, but it definitely helps.
There was one driver, I'm not going to tell you who because that's kind of inside information, but there was one driver who forgot about that heat shield, left it in for hot laps, did some damage to his motor. That is totally believable, isn't it?
Yeah, yep. I've gotten ready to go out on the track before having not seen it in there, but most of the time I know when it's in, and my guys are pretty good about making sure to take it out before we get out, and we'll bring it up to the lineup chute if we need it again.
Yeah. And of course, with that out, the air hits the radiator, cools the fluid that is in there, and of course it circulates through the motor, so I would imagine it would heat up pretty fast.
Yeah, pretty quickly most of the time.
Well, good luck tonight. I hope you have fun, and good luck down there later. Okay.
Thank you.
Kyle Coffey teaching us about heat shields on modifieds, and sportsmen have them too, as a lot of these guys got to make sure that temperature is just right, otherwise the engine will not run at optimum performance.